You guys are watching NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey. On our Wednesday live shows, we do mailbags. We answer all of your questions live on the show. First up, Rashard Lee, who will be the number 1 seed in the AFC. Go to the playoff picture if you want here, Jack. Great question. Uncertain at this point. Shake the magic 8 ball, it goes. Check in later. We don't yet know, as of filming, if the Bills-Bengals game will be played. If it does get played, it does offer some clarity immediately. As we sit right now, I'm not sure it's going to. If it does not get played, Chiefs clinch the number 1 seed with a win because the Bills have one less game and thus one less win. Bills are still alive. The Chiefs lose. Bills win. Maybe deep down the NFL wants that, so don't have to try to play that other Bills-Bengals game. It's a tricky situation because, of course, we'd all just care about Damar Hamlin a lot more. That's what's important. It's so much more important than things that don't matter, like who gets number 1 seed? Well, person's life is on the line. So it's a very complicated situation. We'll know more in the coming days, but Chiefs, Bills, and technically Bengals for now are all still in the mix. Chiefs probably your favorite, Bills second favorite. Poppy Chulo sits. Any concerns with Will Anderson's lack of bend? A great question. I think if you're talking about biggest concern with Will Anderson beyond like the regression this year, he's not an elite Von Miller-esque bender. He's not going to dip and bend and turn those ankles and just like be freaky there. He's not that type of player, but he more than makes up for it. I think he can bend a little bit. It's not like he's stiff as a board out there. At least that's not what I see. I think that's like the negatives of board. Everyone has them. It's not an elite bender. Maybe okay bend is what you would put in there. When you put that with everything else he offers, great production at the highest level, good burst, good pass rush moves, good run stopping, frankly. I think overall, really impressive athlete. You're like, it's fine. We're good. That's still a top 5 prospect. But if things go poorly, that might be the thing you end up pointing to. So great question. It's a very fair criticism, but I'm not going to be panicking over it. Elijah Banks, should the Ravens trade Lamar Jackson? My first answer is no, of course not. And then I go, as long as they pay him. Lamar is in the final year of his contract. So that is not a set-in-stone situation that everything gets sorted out. Boom, he's paid, and it's always like, we've seen how bad this Ravens offense is without Lamar. Their best game, 17 points. They've been like the worst scoring offense in the NFL since he came back. And that's not something you're typically like enjoying. And frankly, you're lucky to have made the playoffs without Lamar Jackson because you were so good earlier on. So as long as you can get it done, yes, you do owe it to yourself, I will say, as an organization. If you can't get it figured out, then you should shop him, not because you want to, but because you have to protect yourself as a franchise. So what will the Ravens end up doing with Lamar Jackson? K for keep, T for trade. Let me know in the comment section, K or T. It's the pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad break comes here on YouTube, ignore it, let it play, head down there, and let me know. K for keep, T for trade. Robert Bruce, hello, Jack. My page brother, hello, Tom. Hello, everyone at Chat Sports, thank you. Patriots have a real shot against Buffalo Sunday, and second, if they do pursue another quarterback. It's very tricky to figure out what to do with that game. We'll see. In the event they miss the playoffs, I don't think you get a new quarterback. Get a new play caller in there. It should not be Matt Patricia in charge. Go get somebody competent and see what you can do with Mac Jones. I'm not going to punt on him already this year. From Chris, I think the Steelers will make the playoffs. They have a chance. They are still alive. But no, not to be too negative. I don't think they make it. The Jets are kind of cooked. I don't see them beating the Dolphins, even with a third-string quarterback. They are alive. I would not be surprised if Mike Tomlin won, because that's just what Mike Tomlin does. But I'm not going to bank on Pittsburgh making the playoffs. Not this year. Feels like they come up just short after a really, really rough start to the season. Now, who here, I know I have, has tried to cancel subscription, right? You gotta log in. You forget your password. You got to hit remind me of password, send the new one to your email, so you log into that, and It ends up being the exact same one you tried earlier, but it didn't count it. And then you got to prove you're not a robot. And you got to click all the vertical rivers. It's just stupid. It's a pain in the ass. But Rocket Money helps change that. I love using their app formerly known as Truebill. The app shows all your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find stuff you didn't know you were paying for, or maybe you were double charged for a subscription. To cancel one, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. It could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. James, is this the biggest offseason in Bears franchise history? I mean, I would say no. You can pick one at history there. But I'll tell you what, it's a big one. It's important. It's a pivotal offseason. You got a lot of money. Going to have a premium draft pick. Got a lot of chances to help and build around Justin Fields. You can't screw it up, because if you screw it up, this potential window gets pushed back several years. From Toxic Redneck 44, can't wait for Bryce to come to the Texans and win 7+ games if they have a schedule like this year. I know you're thinking 7 wins for Houston. Let's look at some of their close games this year, right? You tie against the Colts. You lose by 7 to Denver. You lose by 3 to Chicago. 7 to Tennessee. You lose by, 4 to Dallas. 6 to the Chiefs. You, of course, get blown out by Jacksonville. 8 to the Giants. You've had several, just low-scoring affairs. You scored 9 against Denver in a loss, 10 against Tennessee in a loss. You can just get 20 points a game out of Bryce Young in the offense, on a consistent basis. If that's your new floor, you might be able to win 7 with some more upgrades there, because Davis Mills just in it. So 7's maybe a bit on the high end, but it's not outlandish there if Bryce Young is what I think he can be. The NFL kid. Love the profile picture, by the way, my friend. The Panthers hired Jim Harbaugh, Steve Wilks, or DeMeco Ryans. If I had to guess, and it is a guess because they haven't done any interviews yet, it's pure guesswork, I'll go with Ryans. We made the joke of, can the Panthers just trade for Ryans right now when the Niners come down and keep him in Carolina? It makes sense. Defensive-minded guy. Typically go from the opposite direction there. A first-time coach versus former college guy. I'm sure they want someone with more experience. Ryans has been head coach, but I think of all the defensive minds in the NFL, I think Ryans is the best one out there. Now for NFL, NBA, college, well, even the occasional MLB video, we got you guys covered right here on Chat Sports. Don't miss out on anything. Hit that sub button. It's all for free, by the way, right now here on Chat Sports. Michael Ayers, where will Derek Carr end up? Great question. Jets, Colts, Commanders. There are a lot of teams that I think will be in the mix for Derek Carr. I think he is a top 15-ish QB, somewhere in that range. Therefore, half of them don't have a job. Or he's better than another half. So, makes sense to me. Depressed Cowboy fan. He's got Rowdy in there. Rowdy's a curse. Death to Rowdy, to be clear. What teams do you think will bench their players? I don't know how, full-fledged will go. I will include, playing the young guys as the benching of the players there. So I think you got the Raiders in that mix. The Falcons are kind of already there. The Bucs say they're going to play their guys, but Atlanta's a 4-point favorite, so I kind of don't think they're going to play them all the entire game. The Bears have kind of already committed to that at this point. Houston's been doing that all year. Indy's been doing that all year. Don't watch Colts Texans. That coverage map is going to be Indy and Houston. That's it. No one's going to tune into that game. Jets might. We'll see what the Panthers, Saints do. Browns do is kind of already there. In terms of the playoff teams are going to bench their players, you might see the Giants do some of that. I know what Brian Daboll said. We'll see. Cowboys might end up going down that route if they see the Eagles pulling away. I don't see the Lions doing that against the Packers, though. So it should be overall a drama-filled final week of the NFL season. Tobias Harry, will the Texans dump Brandin Cooks? Kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Brandin Cooks signed that extension, and I think the point was he was going to try to win football games with Houston, and then it just didn't kind of turn out the way it was supposed to, and they shopped him, and they wouldn't eat the money next year for Brandin. I think that relationship is kind of done at this point, so we'll wait and see. But I would expect Cooks is somewhere else via trade or maybe an outright release. And we know Dallas, amongst others, tried to trade for Brandin Cooks. But who do you think ends up getting traded? Any NFL player you think gets moved? Let me know in the comment section right now. Crispy, then we'll get to RC Plane Builder's question. If Dallas goes one and done, is McCarthy gone? I think he should be. You can't go one and done again. And I know that he is a better coach than Jason Garrett. And I think there are several teams that if you put Mike McCarthy in there, they would have an upgrade head coach position. I get all that. He's not like, he is the rare example of he should be in coach of the year conversations for what he's done. And if they go one and done again, you probably got to make a change. Expectations are too high right now. Jerry's ain't got time to buy time for McCarthy. So, yeah, I think if they go one and done and lose, should be. RC Plane Builder, great profile picture. Who is more likely to be the Falcons' radar at the draft? Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Brian Brzee, Myles Murphy, Isaiah Foskey, or B.J. Ojulari? We will see exactly where the Falcons end up drafting in less than a week. We'll know. We'll do a new mock draft. I think Will Anderson, Jalen Carter are going to be gone. Let's say Atlanta finishes with that. They're 7 right now. If they finish at 7, Anderson, Carter are gone. Nolan Smith, too early. Isaiah Foskey, too early. B.J. Ojulari, too early. Great, maybe round 2 options. I bet one is there in round 2, or maybe they trade it back in round 1, whatever. Brian Brzee, Myles Murphy, and Tyree Wilson are the 3 names I would keep an eye out for Atlanta at number 7. Get some front 4 help, or front 5, I guess, help for that scheme and base packages. And I think they'll help out their defense in a big-time way. Doug Lime. So Odell's going to wait until free agency. Huh. It seems that way. At this point, he's not going to sign right now. Like, he signs and then he's not leaving for the playoffs. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think Odell did enough training or enough rehab. I think he put himself behind the 8 ball there, paying for it now. He wanted a big deal. You know, teams were like, you're not healthy yet. You're not working out for us. We pass. So I think the Odell Beckham tour continues next offseason, or I should say this upcoming offseason. When it's all said and done, probably in this round of free agency, who will sign? Look, I will make note, Beckham can sign whenever, so he can sign in February if he so chooses. Who will sign Odell Beckham, though? Let me know in the comment section. $10 super chat, Kyle Donovan. Thank you, Kyle, the MVP of today's show. I won't predict the Jags win against the Titans. We're on a roll, and sometimes we sweep those Titans. I will predict the Jags over Tennessee for you there, Kyle. He also has thoughts to DeVar Hamlin, his family during this tough time. Could not agree more. And hopefully we're all keeping DeMar Hamlin and his family and friends, everyone else, in our thoughts at this point.